Hello students, welcome to Notebook. Have you ever raised an animal or a bird? You may have raised or kept a pet yourself, or you may have seen your friends or family members doing the same. But have you ever kept a pet which has grown taller than you? Probably not. The narrator in Dhan Gopal Mukherjee's story raises an elephant which soon grows much taller than he does. The story is called Bringing Up Kari. Dhan Gopal Mukherjee was born in West Bengal, India in 1890. He became one of the first popular Indian writers who wrote in the English language. Some of his books are Caste and Outcast, Hari, the Jungle Lad, and Rama, the Hero of India. Bringing Up Kari is taken from his book Kari the Elephant. Let us now begin with the story. The narrator started caring for the 5 months old baby elephant, Kari, when he was only 9 years old. He could reach Kari's back if he stood on tiptoe. Both of them grew together at the same rate, so the difference in Kari and the narrator's heights remained the same for 2 years. Kari lived in a pavilion under a thatched roof which rested on thick tree stumps. He needed 40 pounds of fresh and tender twigs to chew and play with every day. The narrator took Kari to the river every morning for his bath. Kari lay on the sandbank while the narrator rubbed him with the clean sand of the river for an hour. Kari loved bathing and he squealed with happiness when the narrator rubbed water down his ebony back. After Kari's daily bath, the narrator went to the forest to collect juicy and tender twigs for Kari. He carried a sharp hatchet or axe with him and climbed trees to cut young branches for Kari. One spring day in March, the narrator was collecting Kari's favorite food, branches from a banyan tree. Suddenly, he heard Kari call out to him from the edge of the forest. He ran fast towards Kari, thinking that somebody was hurting him. The narrator felt helpless when he saw the black trunk near the surface of the water. The rest of him was submerged in the water, and the narrator thought he was drowning. He could not possibly save such a large animal, even if he jumped into the water. Soon, Kari emerged above the surface of the water and began trumpeting and calling the narrator. He pushed the narrator into the water to show him a boy floating near the bottom of the water. The boy was drowning in the water, and Kari wanted to save him, but he could not do that alone. Kari next stood on the riverbank and stretched his trunk towards the narrator. The narrator almost drowned trying to save the boy lying near the bottom of the river, but he kicked with full force when he reached the bottom of the river. The water was not very deep, and he shot up like an arrow, holding the drowning boy. Just at that moment, Kari put his trunk around the narrator's neck and pulled both of them out of the water. Kari was like a naughty child who had to be scolded from time to time to keep his mischief in check. Once he started stealing ripe bananas from the narrator's house. The narrator's parents first blamed the servants and then the narrator for the theft. No one suspected Kari because he always ate twigs. One day, the narrator was sitting in the dining room when he saw a long black snake-like thing entering through the window and disappearing with them. The narrator was frightened and he ran out of the house. He did not know that snakes eat bananas. He saw Kari's back disappearing in the distance, in the direction of his pavilion. He wanted Kari's company to cheer him up. So he followed Kari, not knowing that he was the thief. The narrator saw Kari standing in his pavilion with the bananas strewn around him. He was eating the bananas. The narrator caught the thief by the ears and dragged him to his parents, who had blamed him for eating the bananas. he happily showed them the real thief. Then he scolded Kari and warned him that he'll be whipped if they caught him stealing again. Kari understood everyone was angry with him for stealing. His pride was hurt and he never stole anything again. Whenever someone offered him fruit, he squealed as if to thank them. The narrator taught Kari to walk by saying Mali and to sit down by saying Dhat. It is important to teach an elephant to sit down. Otherwise, we have to climb on the elephant's back with a ladder and carry the ladder around every time we go on a ride. The elephant takes a very long time, almost 5 years, to learn the master call. The master call is a strange, hissing, howling sound. The owner gives the master call in times of emergency. For example, when he or she is lost in the forest. The elephant pulls down the tree in front of him when he hears the master's call. This frightens the monkeys living on the trees, the stags, and even the tiger. The elephant next pulls down a series of trees, one after the other, and makes a road right through the jungle, straight to his master's house. Thus, his owner reaches home safely. With that, we come to the end of our video lesson on bringing up Kari. As you can see, Kari was loyal, responsible, mischievous, adorable, and quite high maintenance. The narrator had to climb all kinds of trees and look for the most delicate twigs and saplings for Kari. Kari would not eat a twig if it was damaged. So, the narrator also had to sharpen his hatchet for half an hour before using it to cut the branches. Elephants are known to have a good memory, and they seek revenge if they have been wronged. Think of all that you have learned about elephants from the story. Discuss what you have learned with your friends. See you soon in our other videos. Till then, happy learning!